Hello guys, and welcome to part 23 of my playthrough of Bloodborne at 60 FPS. So in this episode I will cover the strategy to get the Rakuyo, and then it's time for Laurence.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Typically getting hold of the Rakuyo is actually quite difficult, because you need to fight two shark giants. However, the strategy I will show here will hopefully make things a bit easier. So I start off here by heading towards the well and the witch, and get killed here immediately. Yeah, I wasn't off to a good start here. So on to my second goal. I kill the witch here first, then head down the ladder into the well. So for this bit, we really do need the shark giant that is down here to actually start moving around. So if you kind of do a 360 around the well ladder itself without actually being spotted by the shark giant, then you can climb back up the ladder and out of the well. And we need to get the shark giant moving here, or otherwise the strategy won't work. So in order to do the strategy, you're best having some poison knives and Molotov cocktails, as well as a minimum of 24 blood vials. This is to counter the upcoming damage that you're bound to take during this strategy. I would also recommend using the boom hammer for this strategy as well, because the boom hammer's explosive R2 attack will deal the damage we need to the shark giants. Another thing we need to do here, which most players will probably have done by this stage, is to run up to the lighthouse hut and then explore the areas that are down below. Then make sure you try and get to an area where there is a lift, which I did show in the previous episode. Take the lift back up and make sure you unlock the door from the other side of the lighthouse hut. This will make things a bit easier if you die and you need to start over again. And next, there are two winter lanterns we need to kill. And these winter lanterns are particularly dangerous and can inflict lethal levels of frenzy damage. And so I'd recommend having the deep sea rune equipped and also have some sedatives ready to counter the frenzy. And here I use some poison knives on the winter lanterns. You can also use some Molotov cocktails to speed things up a bit as well. So once both winter lanterns are dead, you can now proceed forward to this ledge which overlooks the well below, where the shark giant is. All you can do now is approach the ledge and make sure that the shark giant will actually see you. And once the shark giant sees you, he will try and attack you with his fishhook. So from this point onward, we need to stay up above, and we cannot drop down to face the shark giant. Otherwise, the shark giant will easily kill us. So this is where we will use the boom hammer to deal damage to the shark giant. Because of the explosive AoE that it has, makes it perfect for us to deal the damage we need. And I would recommend upgrading the boom hammer to at least +6. After a while, a second shark giant will drop down and join into the fight. However, you should try and kill the first shark giant who has the large fishhook, because he is the more dangerous of the two. So with the second one dead, we can now drop down and pick up the Rakuyo. This is a great skill weapon and overall one of the best weapons in the game. So now it's time for Laurence. Yeah, I think if you asked a lot of fans of Bloodborne which boss they liked the least, I think a lot of them would pick Laurence, and with good reason, because Laurence is basically a nightmare. Yeah, Laurence probably has the highest HP of any of the bosses, and he deals some hefty fire attacks which can do some serious damage. As for the strategy for the fight, Laurence is typically weaker to bolt and arcane. It's also a good idea to wear a hunter set that has high fire resistance, such as the Charred Hunter set or Yamamura's set. It's also a good idea to have the Fading Lake rune equipped here, which also provides extra fire resistance. You can also summon Volter for this fight, and I do bring him along on my attempts, but he tends often not to survive the full fight. But if you're lucky, he might just last out the fight. But unfortunately, more often than not, he tends not to. As for Lawrence's final phase, this is easily the hardest part of the fight. And here, Lawrence's legs will break and he will crawl around on the floor and he will spew out lava everywhere. And he will also perform some dangerous stomps with his arms. And these stomps will easily kill you if you get in the way of them. So when Laurence does his lava spray, it's best to try and quick step around him. And when he does his stomps, again here you're best to back off, because again he will easily kill you with this attack. Well, it turns out that I didn't actually record my final attempt, so instead I've only got footage of the hunter here just basically begging for his life. For me basically screwing this up. So yeah, unfortunately I did forget to hit the record button for my final attempt against Laurence. Yeah, so sorry about this guys, but oh well, these things happen. Yeah, so overall I'd say that Laurence is easily my least favourite boss of the DLC. It does however have to be said that his boss theme is superb, but it's just a pity that you can't hear it over his screeching. So with Laurence now dead, we now have access to a new rune, which is the Beast's Embrace rune. And on returning to the Hunter's Dream here, I equip the Beast Embrace rune, which basically transforms you into a kind of man-beast. So it is quite a cool effect, and it also works in conjunction with the Beast Claws. And with these two combined, it can also increase the Beast 2 damage that you can output, which will increase the damage that you can inflict, but also the damage that you take. And here I return to the Hunter's Nightmare to take on the Beast-Clawed Hunter. Now this can be a tough fight, because this enemy is quite aggressive, and can do quite a lot of damage with the Beast Claws. And when you finally kill him, he will drop the Firing Hammer badge, and with this badge you can get a few items, such as the Piercing Rifle and the Delayed Molotov Cocktails. And just before I finish up, I return to the fishing hamlet here to explore the lower areas and pick up some more bloodstone chunks. I also changed my outfit here, and I am wearing Simon's outfit, and there is a scene in the footage which I couldn't actually find, where we see Simon is dying, and when he dies he drops his outfit and his weapon, which is a bow blade. So I put on his outfit here, which I will use for the final boss fight.
those who pry into the unknown.
So that's it for this one, guys. In the next episode, I will wrap up the DLC and take on the final boss, the Orphan of Kos. So that's it for now, and I'll see you soon.